I mean, I'm talking about as the company was supposedly turned over from a 501c3 to another organization. With the reports you had to file every year for that?
Well, basically, they were the same reports. If you looked at the reports that were filed, they were basically still filed under SCTS, SCTV, with the 501c3 status still in place because it never went away.
Okay.
So
in other words,
only the status of the board was changed. It was changed from a nonprofit to a town board. Was it a legal town board? I don't know.
what do you mean by a town board?
Well, when you're a town official, you have to go down town hall and you swear in the Bible and all that, and you'll uphold.
We can use the Koran too, can't we today?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just asking that question because I mean we have
Don't go there.
other groups within the community now
Well,
who might be prejudiced by using such a.
Well, you
religious
swear.
thing. You swear.
You
okay.
swear,
So you
okay.
take a non-denominational oath.
Correct.
To enforce what?
The Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the laws of the Constitution, and the local town laws of Saugus.
Bylaws and stuff of the town of Saugus. Well, wait a second. If you're not a member, why would you have to take that oath if you're? Is this company, as it is, or the corporation, whatever it is it a member employed by the town?
It's I'll use Attorney Zalesnik's description of this. It's a gray area. And let me explain.
Who's Attorney Zalesnik for the
He
people
represents
here?
the Board of Selectmen.
Okay.
Let me explain.
It's a gray area.
SCTS
Yes.
was considered a town board. Was it a town board? Well, they made us go down, get sworn in, the whole 9 yards of that. But if you look into the town charter, there's nothing in the town charter that mentions SCTS, SCTV as a town board. It's not there. It doesn't exist. With all that in mind, were we really a town board? I don't know. My impression is I don't think so.
So then you're saying there's two separate tracks here and you're two separate entities.
Correct.
So now that it is you're taken back to where it was a 501c3, you're saying the Board of Selectmen and women don't have any control over the station anymore?
Well, here's the whole thing. They negated the contract as of January 28, 2014. If you look at the non-binding referendum that I think you have a copy of, perhaps?
That it?
That's it.
This is what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. This is a non-binding referendum, which I know nothing about, which I guess was put as a vote to the citizens, which I guess it was passed by a large percentage of the citizens of Saugus.
87% of the citizens in Saugus voted for this, and I'd like to read it again. It says, would you like to see Saugus Cable Television revert back to Saugus TV, a community-operated organization where you have a voice as opposed to a Board of Selectmen controlled operation? Now,
that was a non-binding referendum.
Non-binding, but the Board of Selectmen chose to act on this.
Okay.
So I'd like to say to the viewers, would you like to see Saugus Cable revert back to Saugus Community Television? We've done that.
Okay.
We've upheld our end of the bargain. We've done that. A community-operated organization. We want the members involved with this. The membership has every right to come down here and vote, which the agreement back in 2012 to 2014 actually took the vote away from our membership. When the Board of Selectmen appoints a board into power, that takes it away from the membership. It takes it away from the citizens of Saugus. It takes it away. It becomes a Board of Selectmen controlled operation. So the last part of this, as opposed to a Board of Selectmen controlled operation. What we're trying to do is abide by that non-binding referendum. We'd like to get away from the Board of Selectmen. The bad part about the whole thing is every time the political pendulum swings in Saugus, it seems like SCTV is right in the middle of it. And it's getting kind of aggravating because every time there's a switch of power, it's like we're the first target on their list. And I have no idea why. There's many other boards in Saugus they can go after. I don't know why they come after us.
Okay, another question. I guess there is money in this account somewhere that's being held. I guess there used to be stipends and scholarships that were handed out to students, which could make this get them a little bit more community organized and make the kids get involved in here. Is that still going on today? Stipends and scholarships to interested audiovisual students in the high school who want to do that, and was that still going on now?
All right, let me explain what's going on at the high school right now. We have Mr. Webb that teaches video classes right here. We also have video classes at the junior high level that are being taught down there as well. We have a little
Who's
group-
funding those, by the way?
We are. SCTV funds that. So
Okay.
we do all that. Let me finish. What was the second part of your question? I'm sorry.
I said it is the stipends and scholarships.
Okay, back to the scholarships. Let me take on the scholarships. The scholarships, the funny thing about scholarship was when we were SCTV, we handed out two $1,500 scholarships back in, I think it was May of 2012.
Now, how were those scholarships voted on, by the way?
The board, the 7-member board back then, voted on those scholarships to give it to them. Now, this is where it gets a little hairy because we've since found out that it being 501c3 money, you cannot give the scholarship directly to the family. It's got to go through a school that accepts 501c3 funds. Now, is this something that we might want to get into? Well, what happened was we had 2 interns down here that were high school students that were going to college, and those are the people that got those funds back in 2012. Will we do it again? That's a good question. If it gets brought up to the board, we'll see what happens. It's, food for thought. We're going to have to think about something like that.
See, when you're using the word board, you're using your board.
I'm talking about the SCTV board.
Right, but see,
Correct.
I don't want to confuse that. When he's saying board, he's defining the board for the TV station, not the Board of Selectmen.
Correct.
So it's like I'd say the TV station or the group that runs the TV
Correct.
station is probably a better way of pointing to that. So now you're going to wait until you get a few more members for the community and then start to look whether you're going to see if you're going to put this program back into play again for the citizens of the students who want this and what's possible. So that PEG access money can only be used to another PEG access community. I think we talked about this before, like the Saugus High School, junior high school. Are they a 501c3?
See, that's a great area.
I mean, do they have 501c3s inside the school system?
If they do, I have no idea.
Well, then, I mean, shouldn't they maybe think of, if you want to do that, maybe the classes for the AV departments in the school should maybe bring that up to them, if you know what I'm saying?
Well, we get letters all the time about scholarships,
Okay.
and like I said, if there's an intern or a scholarship or something like that meets the criteria of 501c3 that we can donate to that kid from Saugus to get him a little head start in his future. I mean, that's something that the board wants to do. The board's always wanted done that. But us being a town board with town funds, well, really not town funds because it's PEG money. It gets really hairy. We can't do things like that. We're not allowed to do things like that by the town. The town cannot give out scholarships.
So what if I asked you 3 things that you really want to see happen in Saugus? What would you, for this TV station, what would you think you'd want to bring forward as a goal or something in the future, as 1, 3, 5 years out there? What do you want to see for those 3 things to happen?
Well, we already started growing
In
the
a
business.
positive light, by the way.
We've already started growing the business. We were required by the
Well, you mean the nonprofit?
Right.
Okay.
We were required to have a budget back in 2012 and 2013. The previous SCTV budget was $350,000 a year. We shaved $100,000 off that budget and was still able to grow the business here.
I mean, grow the community station.
We grew.
Say, when you use business, I think profit. And I think that may be because you
Right,
think of
okay.
growing the community
Well,
program.
we're incorporated.
Okay, but
So-
okay. We use the word business. We'll leave
And
it
we're a
like that.
501c3, so it's hand in hand, if you will.
Okay.
So, like I said, we actually grew the business from within. We upgraded a few things here. We're looking forward to, in the future, go to HD. We have a tracking system for all the assets. We have about $500,000 worth of assets here. We needed the system to track them. That system will also track our members. We're coming out with membership badges for the members. That system will provide that. There's an awful lot of things we want to do going forward. The whole HD thing, that's going to take some funds to do that. The iNet in town, that right now, it's basically a coax cable that runs around town that transmits video from...
I don't think the coax cable runs. You mean it's running through the town?
running through the town, yeah.
I don't think it's running itself. So
Semantics.
Yeah, semantics. Let's
So,
okay.
You never know. Someone might be running through town with it.
Okay, with a cable.
So anyway, it runs through the town.
Yeah.
And It's been up there since 1979, so it's
Kind of antiquated.
Yeah, it's fallen apart.
Okay. Has there been any negative things that concern you as being on this TV station as its chairman that's in the community that you'd like to talk about?
What I don't like, and it really bothers me, that
Bothers you or bothers the
it
board?
bothers the board. Well, I'm speaking for the board right now as the chairman. It bothers the board that with the negative press that we're getting from the Board of Selectmen, I don't understand why. I don't know why they're doing it.
What do you mean by negative press? What do you mean by negative press?
Well,
Where is
well,
the press being done that's negative? And what are they actually saying that's negative?
Well, if you check TV, you'll see what they're saying on TV. And,
okay, what would people check that you think is negative on TV so you can confirm what you're saying?
Okay,
I mean, you don't want to just put out hearsay things out here.
This isn't
So if
hearsay.
there's some things that's been done that you think is negative that is substantiated by evidence that's on a video camera somewhere that's been recorded, please put it out here. I mean, we don't want to talk about Benghazi.
No.
What does it matter? But tell me, what matters?
All right, so if you go to
Yeah.
saugustv.org, our website,
Yeah.
or perhaps maybe on the government channel, our channel, the town local channel, you'll see the Board of Selectmen's meetings.
Okay.
And if you view the meetings, you'll see the name calling, the negativeness, and everything else that's been going on.
What do you mean by name calling? Are they
Well,
throwing rotten fruit?
Yeah, they're throwing rotten eggs, basically. Our board has been described as disingenuous, illegal, adversarial, blatant disregard, disheartening, disparaging, disgraceful, offensive, negative, and my favorite, thanks Maureen, personal attacks ad nauseum. And I don't ever recall me personally calling out the Board of Selectmen, me personally going after any individual of the Board of Selectmen. We made it a practice not to do that. I don't agree with name calling. If I'm going to deal with someone, I'm going to deal with them on a professional level.
Okay, so what you're saying is you'd want to keep this at a more or less a professional level and try to tone down whatever hostilities existing right now between your board and the Board of Selectmen, which is going on.
Board of Selectmen and our board.
And our board. So you have two boards that are boarding each other. Is this a waterboarding event?
Yeah, it's a waterboarding event.
Okay, so someone's getting tortured, it sounds like.
It sounds like
It sounds
that,
like CSTV, which from your saying is getting tortured. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this show up now, and I thank Mr. Ravagno for allowing me to moderate this as the Renaissance Man program to the community. I hope the community has benefited from this and seen what's here in a positive light. We want to move forward on the positive, put the negative in the rearview mirror, because that's where it belongs, and have this station be a community organization for the benefit of the community, the people in Saugus. Otherwise, what good is it? So I'd like to thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Ravagno. Come again.
Thank you.